Bohol, Pauline Amelinks.
Maadjong Adlaw, designed by Mikey Andre and Patrick Isorena, my national costume is inspired by the purple ube crop, which grows abundantly on the beautiful island province of Bohol. The different shades of purple symbolize the different varieties of ube, while the brown cape symbolizes the brown, earthy exterior of this beloved and celebrated crop. Ube is a treasure to the Bolanon. It is what sustained our people during the time of war. Now, it's an essential part of our agriculture and also part of our Bohol hymn. We now have a saying that goes, "Kung mahulog ang ube, hawkan nimo para dili ka magabaan." Today, we celebrate our sweetest form of ube, matamis nga kinampay. Daghang salamat.
Bulacan, Princess Anne Marcos.
Magandang buhay! Designed by Roman Sebastian, my costume is inspired by the Sasa or nipa. This universal plant is present in the coastal areas of Bulacan. From its leaves that become pawid, to its fruits that can turn into ice cream, to its sap that can turn into tuba, and most especially sukang pombong. No wonder Sasa is one of the most important plants in our province, signifying our culture and livelihood as Bulacanos. Sasa is a reminder that each one of us has something to offer for the betterment of our fellow Filipinos. Just like Sasa, with its most useful part found on the inside, our most important assets are our character, our compassion for others, and our beauty within us. Maraming salamat.
Cappies, Shane Glenmay Makiran.
Maayong adlaw sa inyo tanan. Ako si Shane Glenmay Makiran, kinarepresentar ang probinsya sang Capiz. Designed by Tata Blas Pinuela, my costume is inspired by Capiz's rich fishing grounds that bless my hometown with the abundant seafood harvest. No wonder, my province is dubbed as the seafood capital of the Philippines. Adorned primarily with Capiz shells, this modern Filipiniana pays homage to our farmers and fisher folks who work tirelessly to ensure the availability of food on our table. Madamo gini salamat.
Cavite, Samantha Panlilio.
Mabuhay! Aman Sinaya, the deity of the ocean and protector of fishermen in Philippine mythology. Agriculture encompasses both land and sea. As a passionate advocate of empowering farmers in sustainable agriculture, this national costume is an ode to our fishermen and pays homage to my hometown, the coastal beauty of the South, and the fish trade in the Cavite Seas, Ternate. In close collaboration with Patrick Isorena, we want to shine a light on the importance of protecting our fishermen, our true silent heroes who work tirelessly to sustain our well-being. Waves are recurrent in this work of art, which symbolizes the same ones we see in our pristine waters. Metaphorically, these waves represent the flow of life, the trials and tribulations of our farming and fishing communities, which I can only humbly hope will turn into triumphs as I use my voice for them.
Cebu City, Dayan Padillo.
Maayong adlaw, Damgo sa Baylihan, a countryside fairy tale. There once was a lonely scarecrow in the middle of a countryside field. All she ever wanted in life was to be able to dance at the annual county fiesta. One night, a benevolent diwata came to her and granted her wish to be able to dance the night away, for one night only. She moved and grooved to the sound of music, and in those precious moments, nothing else mattered. She had lived all her life for that one exact moment. When daybreak came, she went back to her state, but she remained joyful for the rest of her corporal life.
Cebu Province, Emmanuel Vera.
Maayong Adlaw. Designed by Clevin Remoto Bartolaba of KRB House of Fashion, Reynang Mangbubukid costume cries the power of a Filipino farmer conquering agriculture through breaking barriers of culture and stereotype. The bodysuit is inspired by the world map used to journey to find Philippine treasures. Guiding the strength is an ethnic printed maroon tapis embodying the faith of the Cebuanos, bearing a Santo Niño-inspired cloth. The basket is intricately woven by natives filled with manga, one of the main agricultural products produced by Cebu. This bolsters my goal of raising emancipated kababaihang mangbubukid, emphasizing that regardless of gender stereotypes, women can successfully become whomever they desire and reign. The national costume overall depicts empowered women, rebuilding culture, reascending Filipina capabilities, and representing the beauty of Cebu Province. Daghang salamat.
Davao Oriental, Liza Castro.
Madayong na adlaw. Designed by Patrick Isorena, my national costume is entitled The Tree of Life for the coconut farmers of Davao Oriental. The coconut industry is one of Davao Oriental's biggest agricultural livelihoods, with almost 300,000 coconut farmers. It is called the Tree of Life because every single part can be used to sustain human life, just as it sustains the lives of our coconut farmers. But the history goes a little deeper. Back in 2012, Typhoon Pablo damaged over 6 million coconut trees in Davao Oriental. With this national costume, I am so proud of how Davao Oriental has revived our coconut industry and turned it into what it has become today. As a livelihood advocate, I wish to promote the livelihood of coconut farmers of Davao Oriental and all over the Philippines. Daghang salamat!
Guimaras, Vanessa Chewing.
Mayong adlaw, ako ang maghahatag bugal para sa mga tindera halin sa Guimaras. Get a taste of Guimaras as I bring you the world's famous and sweetest mangoes. My national costume clearly shows the agricultural aspect of my beloved province. I am dressed in a Filipiniana-inspired terno to show symbolism, determination, and strength. As I pay tribute to our tinderas or vendors, this national costume was intricately designed to represent their hard work, perseverance, and at the same time, Guimaras abundance. I am your beautiful tindera who is glorious, and I am sure I'll stand out victorious. Guimaras!
Iloilo City, Chloe Dar Gabales.
Maayong adlaw. The faces of the Filipino farmers were symbolically detailed in this Filipiniana, being represented by the Igorot of Luzon wearing the iconic headdress, the Muslim of Mindanao wearing the iconic malong, and the Mangunguma of Visayas wearing the salakot. The three birds adorned in this costume also embodies the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. As the draping put the entire design in an elegant unison, it perfectly symbolizes our nation's key to progress, and that is the unity of the aforementioned three major islands of the Philippines. Unity and oneness for a bountiful harvest. This is Kaing sang Kabuganaan by Alfie Desamparado. Damo gid nga salamat.
Isabella Kimberlyn Akub.
Diyos ti agnina kada kayo amin. Queen Province of the North. I, Miss Isabella, am wearing a national costume made out of gold beads reflecting of Isabella's abundant harvest of rice and corn. The two dolls pay tribute to my late grandparents who were both farmers and who both served as my inspiration and eye-opener. The golden fringes represent Isabelinos' steadfast unity, constituting their combined efforts in hard labor to feed the entire country. As a whole, this Queen of the North costume was carefully thought out to pay tribute to the feeders of humanity and to reflect every Isabelino's struggles and victory. Agyaman nak launay.
Lapu-Lapu, Claire Sanchez Inso.
Mabulukong Adlaw, created by Cebuano designer Axel Cue. This is the hermaphrodite goddess of fertility and agriculture, Lakapati, the giver of food and prosperity, and the most understanding and kind of all the deities. Her bodily expression is notably feminine, but having both male and female genitalia, Lakapati symbolizes the balance of everything. Every time of harvest, the people raise their children in heaven and pray. Daghang salamat.
Makati, Michelle Marquez D.
Mabuhay! This costume designed by Michael Barassi represents the hardworking and dedicated toilers of our fertile lands, from the golden seeds that sprout hope to grains of dreams to success stories. This is a celebration of our farmers' true treasure, their bountiful crop produce. I am Michelle Marquez D, wearing a masterpiece for the farmers and their golden harvest, ang Gintong Ani. Maraming salamat.
Mandaluyong, Imen Francesca Cristal.
Magandang araw. Designed by Nord Portugal, my costume is inspired by the bambanti. The bambanti or the scarecrow is a human-like craft and a product of Filipino creativity and artistry towards protecting crop productions and good harvest. An ode to our local farmers for their hard work during the day, as the bambanti takes over caring for the crops at night. It is weaved with cords and accentuated with wooden beads, which represents resiliency and sturdiness, and chains which represent the Filipinos' unbreakable spirit. Maraming salamat.
Marinduque, Christine Salcedo.
Named 600 plus butterflies and designed by Gerard Quijolge, my costume gives tribute and honor to the butterfly farmers in Marinduque. We came up with this costume that represents more than 600 species of butterflies found in my province. My journey in the Miss Universe Philippines is comparable to the beauty of the butterflies. Butterflies symbolize transformation, hope, and rebirth. Like them, we go through changes to achieve our fullest potential. I also love the colors of my costume, vibrant and festive, like my personality, always cheerful and hopeful, and ready to fly high like a butterfly. Maraming salamat.
Negros Oriental, Vanessa Yusan Matsait.
Maayong adlaw ninyong tanan. My national costume, designed by E.R. Stefan Alvarado, mainly highlights Fernando Amorsolo's famous farming life paintings that include one of his most popular artworks, the Dalagang Bukid. The ensemble consists of clothing like the camisa chino, pants, bandana and tapis, with accessories such as the salakot, jaro, bilao, and bunch of palay and uhot. This costume is also inspired by Negros Oriental's famous festival, the Buglasan, that showcases the gathering and unity of all towns within the province as a thanksgiving for the bountiful harvest throughout the year. The festival is named after the old name of the province Buglas, also derived from the Spanish word Bohol, which means cut off. This is because Negros Oriental used to be part of the island of Bohol before it became a separate province. The festival also includes an agricultural fair showcasing the abundance of the province's agricultural products such as rice, sugarcane, and fruits. This promotes the province's agritourism industry, which is a major source of income for many of the province's residents. Thank you.
Mindoro, Laika Emplamado.
Mabuhay! Diaga, the princess warrior in the rich culture, tradition, and folklore of Mangyan epic. Designed by Michael Jason de la Cruz and Jaco Namparo. My national costume is inspired by the indigenous Mangyan and the critically endangered species of wild buffalo called tamarao, both endemic to the island of Mindoro. This costume was made from corn, palay, vines, and other native material found in our mountainous province to authentically represent the rich agricultural produce of Mindoreños. By how everything was put together, it symbolizes the strength and fierceness of tamarao, perfect to match my burning desire to showcase the beautiful and fierce heritage of my beloved province to the Miss Universe Philippines stage, Occidental Mindoro. Maraming salamat.
Pampanga, Angelique Manto.
Maya Payaldopo Kakayungan. In collaboration with Kapampangan designer Cholo Ayuyao, this is an ode to my hometown Lubao's Sampaguita Festival. The fragrance of the morning harvest as the dew touches the fields. Mothers and young women picking the delicate buds and placing them on their raffia baskets, while other folks string tiny Sampaguita blooms in abaca fiber threads to sell in front of churches. This Sampaguita costume embodies the dwindling and almost forgotten Sampaguita farming industry and reintroducing it to the country. Wearing this represents the tradition of the harvest, the fragrant courage of my people, and the spirit to push on even in this most modern of times. Takal na salamat po kaya kayungan.
Paranaque, Claire Dakanay.
Mabuhay! Can I be an onion? Was the very first thing I asked when I met my designer, June Samson Pugat, to which he gamely obliged. Onion has been a crop of concern lately, not just in my home city of Paranaque, but in the entire nation. In choosing the onion, it's the plight of both farmers and consumers that I wish to stand for and with. This is a rustic, stripped-down version of the controversial crop. No lofty symbolism, no extravagant contraptions, it's as literal as it could get, as explicitly as the peel reveals its core, envisioning a mother to be vulnerable because of the events happening in our lives, but just like an onion, when sautéed, it is the key ingredient to cooking almost every amazing recipe. Maraming salamat po.
Pasig City, Kelly Navia Hoff.
Mabuhay! Designed by Candy Segovia, my national costume is an ode to Calibasib, the world's oldest tamaraw on record, and to honor the farmers and conservationists who are at the forefront of protecting our endemic species. I hold in my hand a torch that represents the habitat destruction that has caused the tamaraw to become critically endangered, and highlighting the need for all of us to be a part of a movement towards sustainable agriculture. The V-shaped horns that distinguish the tamaraw from the carabao are not only on my headdress, but are further highlighted in my outfit as well, celebrating the animal's unique features. Calibasib the tamaraw was named so as an acronym for Kalikasang Bagong Sibol, and was also known as Cali. Cali lived on the Tamaraw Gene Pool farm and was a source of inspiration to the surrounding communities to ensure the balance of our ecology. But it is not just the name of the world's oldest tamaraw that inspired me to choose this as my national costume, but my pride in my school as well. I currently study in Far Eastern University Institute of Law, and I dedicate this costume to the school that continuously ensures the protection of one of the symbols of our nation's biodiversity. For my fellow FEU students, for all Filipinos who take on the responsibility of conservation and sustainable agriculture, and for every woman who sees themselves in the strength of the mighty tamaraw, para sa inyo ang laban ko. Maraming salamat.
Quezon City, Mary Aileen Gonzalez.
Mabuhay! Representing the mechanical aspect of the Philippines agricultural sector, I am wearing a national costume designed by Nafiel Brandon that symbolizes kuliglig, a local tractor that aids our farmers ease their task in our majestic fields. Fun fact, did you know that the reason why this machine is named kuliglig is because it looks like the kuliglig insect? From small to big, I'll make it hit. Maraming salamat.
Quezon Province, Leslie Sim.
Magandang araw. Created by Roy Aquino, this national costume is a tribute to our rich agricultural lands, hardworking Filipino farmers, and bountiful harvest of the Philippines. The headpiece basket recognizes our local farmers who dedicate and persevere in planting palay in sprawling green fields. Carabao emblems at the bottom part of the skirt symbolize diligence and perseverance, traits that pay homage to our Filipino heritage. The brown beads and gold embellishment on the costume pay tribute to our gintong budil, the palay. Rice is integral to the Filipinos' concept of a meal. For Filipinos, it is more than food. It is our culture, the livelihood of many local farmers, and a symbol of life and prosperity. Maraming salamat.
Sorsogon, Rain Hilary Carrascal.
Marhain na aldaw sa Indugabos. Designed by Erwin Botin, inspired by the anti-anti, which is the Bikolana term for scarecrow, the watch guards of the farmers' fields. My national costume exemplifies love, appreciation, and gratitude to the anti-anti that safeguards the hard-earned crops and harvests of our beloved farmers. This costume is also made up of raw materials which promotes sustainability. With an anti-anti on duty, farmers can sleep well knowing that the fruits of their hard work are protected. Diyos mabalos!
Surigao Del Norte, Hyra Desiree Bitito.
Marajaw nga adlaw sa Ijuhurut. My costume is a Malaika masterpiece. With great reverence and respect, we pay homage to the hardworking farmers of Surigao del Norte, who toil day and night to provide for their families and communities. In particular, my costume is a tribute to the unsung heroes of the coconut harvest, the Mamanwa women. These tireless helpers work alongside with the harvesters, braving the elements and scaling tall trees to gather the precious bounty that sustains so many. Through intricate and exquisite details, Malaika Yamas has captured the essence of the Mamanwa women's tireless spirit, their resilience, and their unwavering dedication. Every stitch and embellishment speaks to their quiet strength and the vital role they play in my home, Surigao del Norte. Choosing this costume was driven by my desire to honor and celebrate the hardworking people of Surigao del Norte, and it's my way of inspiring others to appreciate their contributions to agriculture and our universe. Salamat Karajao.
Taguig, Nikki Justin Bridville.
Mabuhay! Designed by Pablo Mendez, my costume takes inspiration from Taguig's humble roots in farming. The name Taguig originally comes from the words Tagagiik, meaning rice thresher. The beads which trickle down resemble the movement of palay swaying in nature. This concept was modernized with a pant silhouette to accentuate the tremendous growth of Taguig into one of the Philippines' premier cities. It's colored in rich gold and silver, which embody the passion, dedication, and success of my beloved Taguengueños to always think big and dream big. Thank you!
Chaong Kazan, Afia Adorable Yepoa.
Magandang araw. Dinisenyo ni Jojo Alidio Ang kasuotang ito ay hango sa pangunahing produktong agrikultural ng Tiaong Quezon, ang niyog. Ang disenyo nito ay mula sa tistis ng niyog na kininis at hinugis upang umangkop. Ang kasuotan ring ito ay kwento ng kasaysayan ng Tiaong. Ang Filipiniana ay alay kay Doña Tating na mas kilala bilang Tia, isang respetadong ginang ng kanyang panahon. Maririnig ang ong na tunog ng kalabaw, lulan ang ginang, hudyat ng pagdating nito. Ang tiya at ong ay kalaunang pinagsama at ngayoy kilala bilang tiyaong. Subalit kahit isang halimbawa ang tiyaong sa pagpupugay nito sa mga magsasaka, marami pa din sa ibang parte ng bansa ang walang sariling lupang sakahan. Bilang isang geodetic engineer na tumutulong sa pag-aayos ng problema sa lupa, layunin kong buksan ang diskurso sa problemang lupaing kinakaharap ng ating mga magsasaka. Maraming salamat po.
Zambales, Christine Opiaza.
Maabi gaolo kumuyong halban, my costume is designed by Edwin Uy. It is inspired by Lakapati, the goddess of agriculture, fertility, and harvest of the Tagalog region. The costume exhibits the beauty and physique of the wearer while showcasing the elements of harvest, like grains, carabao, horns, and lusong or mortar. The color green symbolizes fertility and abundance, while the color gold represents prosperity and royalty. Thank you so much.
Eastern Samar, Irish Ramos.
Maupay nga adlaw. Designed by John Hubert Capito, ang bulawanon nga katbarihasan narangan is a love letter to the farmers, a serenade to the gods. Crafted from peacock and buri fibers, meticulously hand-woven into a cleverly constructed bodice, voluminous butterfly sleeves, a panuelo which beautifully drapes around the shoulders, and cascading ruffle skirt and train, depicting the harmony between the rice fields, mountains, cave systems, rivers, and the Pacific shores of eastern Samar. This ensemble features 23 symbols representing the 23 municipalities of the province, with the intricate golden sun embellishments at the center of every panel, a visual representation of the warmth and wonders of the Warais and the wealth of their thriving agriculture. This piece radiates with ornaments made from thousands of pearls, wooden beads, and rice-shaped crystals, which were individually hand-sewn and embroidered by student artists from Oras National High School. Damo nga salamat.
Northern Samar, Laila Yusuf Adriatico.
Maupay nga adlaw haiyo nga tanan. My Diwata national costume is a work of art that represents my heritage, culture, and identity. It was designed and made by Arwin Marialas with the help of Jao Corpus. The costume is inspired by the goddess named Berbinota. who protects the Beri Island rock formation in northern Samar. When I wear this piece, I feel like I'm embodying the spirit of the goddess. I feel powerful and graceful. I am proud to represent my culture and my people. The Diwata national costume is more than just a piece of clothing. It is a celebration of the beauty and diversity of the Philippines, and a tribute to the farmers and fishermen who depend on the land and sea for their livelihood. Damo nga salamat.
Southern Lady, Kimberly Escortine.
Maadjong adlaw kaninjong tanan. The costume I am modeling right now is a creation of Festivali by Nick and Daniel Guarino. This is an expression of pride among the farmers of my home province, Southern Leyte. The vibrant hues of coconut shells is an epitome of a true-blooded Southern Litenia with meaning and purpose. The fascinating Nito and Tikog symbolize strength and grace of interconnectedness among farmers, and the adornment of three seeds represent wisdom and appreciation for the bounty and beauty of the universe. Again, this is Miss Southern Leyte, one in celebrating every farmer's patience, hard work, and resiliency. Daghang salamat.